You hate on a nigga. I don't understand why you hate on me, nigga.
We don't understand.
Show love, nigga. It don't show nothing. It don't cost nothing to show a nigga love.
All we doing is getting money.
Show a nigga some love, nigga.
Wabbly dabbly.
Niggas out here don't love me, nigga. You hate on a nigga.
Niggas out here don't love me, nigga. You hate on a nigga. It don't cost nothing to show a nigga some love. Welcome back to We Don't Miss. I know it's not we, it's me today. You know what I'm saying? We trying to get our schedules right. I apologize for my co-host Wiz not being here. I know some of y'all fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? I got somebody texting me in my page personally. Was like, yo, bro, I can't fuck with your man. I'm like, I fuck with him too. That's why we doing the pod together. You know what I'm saying? But no, I appreciate that. Yeah, but it's just me, man. You know, we trying to get our schedules together. You know what I'm saying? He got kids, he got a baby. So to all the niggas out there that got a baby, you know how this baby shit go. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, he ain't got a baby mama that's keeping him away from his baby. Shout out to all my niggas, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my niggas that's trying, but your baby mama not letting you try. You feel me? But no, it's me don't miss the day. Me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here with the wildest sports takes from a fat piece of shit who buttons about to pop, according to my man. Shout out to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This is We Don't Miss, or Me Don't Miss, rather. I'm about to take 100 shots today, and guess what? I'm going 100 for 100. I'm not missing one. You wanna know why? Because I don't really be doing that missing shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm here with my producer in the back. Shout out my boy Plug. He ain't got no mic right now. He about to dip out on me and smoke a little face. Smoke one to the face. But yeah, let's just hop right into it, man. Cam Newton has recently been involved in a kerfuffle, if you will. A little skirmish, you know what I'm saying? And I want to say this about the skirmish. If you go into a camp, I don't know if niggas paid for it. I don't know if it's a free camp. Excuse me. I don't know if it's like RSVP type camp. But bro, if you go into a camp with a superstar, not necessarily in like his rank of, you know, where he ranks in the NFL currently, because he ain't been playing in the NFL since I think 2021 or 2022, but he's still a superstar. If you get the opportunity to go to a camp and in person meet one of the stars of your childhood, why the hell would you swing on a nigga? So Cam Newton was in a fight, and it wasn't even a fight. Some niggas try to jump Cam Newton. And I ain't gonna lie, Cam Newton, what, 6'6", 260? That's a big dude. You feel me? And he ain't like the sluggish, fat, chunky 6'6". He a built, sturdy. That nigga got 8 kids damn near. You know what I'm saying? So he's a vital. You know what I'm saying? A real deal comer. Like he be nutting in bitches. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Watch Jazzy. I used to have a crush on her when I was a young boy on Instagram. But no, like, and these was young bulls. And I see, and the crazy part about it is, like, I see a lot of people online talking about how, like, oh, yo, Cam Newton, yo, he was doing them niggas. I seen the Jones where it was like, yo, it was a video of some nigga, like, with a torn up shirt on the phone talking to his niggas. And it was like, yo, these is the guys that jumped Cam Newton afterwards. And I'm like, It was a bad jump, but it was a bad jump because if you got the up on a nigga numerically, like if you just got the numbers on a nigga, you should be putting him through the floor. Like, you know what I'm saying? You should be beating the shit out of bro. But it wasn't, but it was, yo, shout out to Cam Newton, first of all, because I kind of want to do a play-by-play. We got to get a screen on this motherfucker or something so I could do a play-by-play. Because I got that shit memorized. So it started off, he on the steps. Somebody pull up to him. It's a young boy to the left coming up the step on some sneaky shit. Now, he come up and he swing on Cam Newton. First of all, it's bad execution with the swing. He throwing the punch like he knocking on the door. He like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had an EDM concert. Like, I ain't never seen a nigga throw a punch like this and really, like, unless it's a ground and pound UFC fight. And they don't even do that. I ain't never seen a nigga throw a punch like this and succeed in the attack. He threw that punch like he was at a fucking rave. Like, he threw that punch like he was at a Travis Scott concert. Like, that shit was a bad punch, right? But it connected. this is the first pitfall, or this is the first sign, let me say, that should have been had from the jumper. Those were two clean hits. And when Cam Newton just kind of like ate the fucking punches to the face, somebody should have said, hold up, regroup, as how Davis would say. Let's regroup, let's gather, and let's figure out how we can move forward successfully in this jumping. Because he ate them fucking two punches to the face like they was nothing, right? And then immediately after he took the punches to the face, he grabbed that nigga. Now, this is for all my hood niggas. This is all for all my niggas from the trenches. This is for all my niggas who had a positive male role model in your life. I was always taught, if you getting jumped, you grab one of them niggas and you wear that ass out. It don't even matter if you getting the shit stumped out of you from your back or whatever. But if you grab one of them niggas, you make him feel everything that you feeling. And Cam, he was never a defensive player, but I could tell if he was, he would be dirty, because that was definitely a horse collar, the way he was dragging it. Nigga, he had him by the shoulder pads. I'm like, damn, Cam, when you fucking turned into Navarro Bowman? Like, this nigga Cam Newton he had him like this, dragging him. First of all, so then you go to the other angle. Another pro technique by Cam Newton. He immediately got to a gate and sealed his back off. That way, nobody could jump on his back. Nobody could sneaky from the back. In that angle, you see somebody in a white try to throw a punch. This nigga used his elbow / shoulder and the person he was holding to deflect the punch. I said, oh no, Cam been jumped before. And it makes sense. This nigga always been big as shit. You not gonna tell me that 16-year-old Cam Newton was getting into ones with niggas? You think niggas was mixing Cam one-on-one? No. 15-year-old Cam was getting jumped a lot. And Cam Newton got a smart ass mouth. He talk crazy. That ain't just start with adulthood. That man been like that since he was a youngin. I know niggas was trying to jump Cam Newton. And where Cam from? Cam from Atlanta. You know niggas was trying to jump Cam Newton. That's why he still that back off so fast. Because you know them Atlanta niggas, they a little fruity. They try to take it back, and they not talking about a rear naked choke. They talking about a rear. They talk about putting something in your rear, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, these niggas there, the Atlanta is different. That's why he still that back off against that fence so fast. You know what I'm saying? But it kind of fucked me up, because it's a lot of stories about, are they children, are they adults? It don't even matter. If Cam Newton come through the hood, then I think about it, that's always been a weird thing about the hood. When famous niggas come through the hood, the niggas in the hood would rather embarrass him than try to like show love to him. I'd rather fuck with the nigga who come to the hood, like if he a star, on some, damn, maybe he might, you know what I'm saying, show love. Maybe he might be on some Entourage shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Forgive me for like just thinking of this, but I just finished Blue Eye Samurai. Like, it was the nigga in the series, you know what I'm saying? He just tagged along with the shorty just because he was thorough. Like, she's like, I fuck with you, bro. And she just brought him along. Maybe that might happen to me. Maybe I might become a fucking award. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if I'm 12 and Cam Newton come through the hood, he's like, yo, young boy, I fuck with you, bro. You know what I mean? Be part of the crew. I'm going to throw your mom some money. You know what I'm saying? No freak shit, because I know how y'all niggas be thinking. But no, Cam Newton, the situation with Cam Newton, it was just kind of weird to me. Like, I'm not going to lie. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, like, why would you want to, like, harm this nigga when he could potentially help you with so much or do so much for you? And then on the other hand, I got to give my ignorant side some credence, because no, fuck that nigga. Don't come to my hood, pussy. Fuck is you talk about? You got, I'm hating. Like, you got money, nigga. Get out, fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? But no, I saw something. He was saying he's done more giving back to his community than anybody else. Like, he was saying, like, who else started a 7-on-7? Like a 7-on-7, like team matchup. I guess that was the nature of the event. It was like a camp where they just run 7-on-7s. Then I start seeing some clips fly around of like him doing because I be knowing he be doing like events with like AMP where they be doing like the flag football shit, and like he just be doing all other kinds of stuff with just like like, I don't want to say amateurs, but niggas that's not professionals. They just do this sports shit, like whether it be content creator wise, or he might just go to a random field in like the A or whatever low, whatever low fucking, I don't want to say standard, but like, like the hood Jones, like hood fields. He might give back to the like folks, like just, yeah. I saw one bull, he was doing like the one-on-one wide receiver drills. The nigga had a bullet hole in his, for anybody that seen a nigga get shot when he did that surgery in his stomach, like puckering, like he had the bull was in that joint. I'm like, damn, this nigga in the trenches for real. Shout out Cam. But also, if you were that deep in the trenches where a nigga got a hole in his stomach, you might get jumped by 15-year-olds. I'm gonna just keep it a bean. Like, it happens. Like, get like that. You know what I'm saying? But no, shout out to Cam Newton. I seen Stephen A get like real pissed off about it. Like, he was like real angry. I seen Shannon Sharp. He went in his bag on, these kids are so disrespectful. Like, sometimes he warrants that Unc nickname, because that nigga, that was such an old man take. He was like, when I was younger, we would have never disrespected. Matter of fact, we would have walked up to Cam Newton and we would have said, yes, sir, no, sir, yes'm, master. Like, Shannon Sharp just give me mammy, bro. He just give me, he's mammy, and he's just a built mammy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if fucking Florida Jones would have just, you know what I'm saying, hit the gym. What's the mom from the Jeffersons? We moving on up. No, the mom from what's the one with JJ? Fucking Good Times, the Good Times. Yeah, he remind me of just like the mom from Good Times hit the gym and just became a fucking gym rat. That's Shannon Sharp. You know what I'm saying? But he was he hit it with the old fucking the old mentality of, yes, I would never, and we gonna be good, and we'll be good, master. I like making fun of fucking Shannon Sharp, but he my dog. That's Unc for real. That's really Unc. That's really my Unc. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I know him from down the way, my grandma. You know what I'm saying? But I want to get into some basketball shit. Hey, wait, before I get too into it, I just want to shout out y'all niggas for blowing them clips up. I fuck with y'all. They not going too crazy, but they going crazy to me. I fuck with y'all, you know what I'm saying? I be seeing y'all, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, if this get clipped, bid on me. Talk shit. I like when y'all niggas bid on me and talk shit, because I'm like, oh, I'm about to go bag on you. Go bag at him. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, when I'm bored, yo, listen, you know what I'm saying? I be lonely sometimes. I be lonely and single, you know what I'm saying? I be in the fucking bed, bored as shit. You feel me? Talk shit about me in these comments, nigga, so I can just stay up for no reason, replying back. You know what I'm saying? Nobody love me right now, except for my mama. But I want to get into some NBA stuff right quick. I seen a stat on the gram, and they call them ESPN stats, because ESPN do be on some bullshit. It was like the Boston Celtics, the difference between the Boston Celtics and the second seeded Cavs is wider between the first seeded T-Wolves and the 8th seeded Phoenix Suns, meaning I think it was 6.5 games in between. It would take 6.5 games for the Suns to catch up to the first seed, but it would take 7.5, or I think it might even jumped up to 8 by the end of the night. 7.5 games for even just the second seeded Cavs to meet the Celtics. I got two things on it. The first thing I want to say is, some of y'all niggas in the comments, there should be a mechanism to where you type an objectively stupid thing on your phone. For the next 10 minutes, every time you touch your touch screen, it gets zapped. Like, you have a static electricity and you touch a table and you go, like that. That's what should happen to some of y'all stupid ass niggas. Because one of these dummies said, oh, yeah, it's been like that for years. The Eastern Conference he said, oh, when niggas sleep on the Eastern Conference, it's been way more competitive for years. And niggas, bro, and then not only should you be stupid, like, not only should the person who write the shit get zapped, any nigga that type that heart next to the comment and like it, y'all should also get zapped every time y'all touch. Like, it should be like, you know how something be grayed out on your laptop and you can't click it? It should be like that for the heart. And then every time you try it again to like make sure that you click the heart, your finger should get zapped. And you're like, what the fuck? And every time you go back, your phone. Because I'm like, that was just so stupid to say. And you thought you cooked too. You was like, you probably the same nigga who walk around telling his friends like, yo, bro, I'm really a basketball nigga, bro. Like, I really be, like, that's really my shit, bro. Like, I really be on the NBA. No, you dumbass nigga. The Eastern Conference, the difference between the first seed and the second seed means that there's no competitiveness in the Eastern Conference, bro. That means there's one team above all, and fucking that team is not to be fucked with. Every other team has to go through them. The Western Conference, that shit, I remember growing up, like, I remember being a teenager, and the Western Conference used to be so crazy. But the thing was, it was less crazy than we thought because I'm about to get to. If every team in the first 8 seeds has 50 wins, then that means that the bottom seeded teams are probably like 20-win teams, 30-win teams. So those niggas ain't gonna really, they're not competitive within the conference standings. Like, they're not competitive at all. The difference between the Western Conference now is, yes, the win totals may be lower probably because the top seeded West team probably is going to finish with like 54 wins. I remember back in the day, that was like a 7 seed, 6 seed. You know what I'm saying? Dallas Mavericks, Memphis Grizzlies was putting it up back in the OKC and Thunder and Clipper days. Like, I said OKC and Thunder. OKC, Spurs, Clippers, when they was like the top 3 right before Golden State took off as like the clear head of the conference. But that used to be it. 54 wins, like 53 wins. That might be the top of the Western Conference now. And the thing is, these teams might be better than those teams back then. I'm not saying they are or aren't, but that's how that shit is kind of playing out. Like, Memphis might win 54 games, be number 1 seed. Fucking then the 5th seed might win 52 games. And then they go down into like the 9th, the 11th, like, because they got the play-in now too. So essentially there's 10 playoff teams because, let's be honest, the play-in isn't technically the playoffs, but it's some type of postseason because it's no longer the regular season. It's March Madness style. So, win or go home is essentially a game 7, but it's just not the official traditional playoffs. But if you think about it, the 11th, 12th seed this year might win 45 games and have postseason hopes. You feel me? So, like, I remember in those Golden State times. I remember being in those, you know what I'm saying, like, yeah, in the KD Warriors times where niggas prayed like, oh, yo, we need parity so much. We need parity so much. Yo, we need freaking more teams to be competitive. Because, you know, in 2018, it was like beginning of the season, it's Golden State. They gonna win it all. We know it. Everybody know it. Then fucking all the teams start doing like these Frankenstein shits. Like, and what I mean by Frankenstein is just throwing niggas together. Oh, Thunder at last minute. Yo, Carmelo, come over. We got Paul George and Westbrook. And niggas really thought that team was going. I ain't gonna lie, I was one of them. I didn't think it was gonna be Western Conference, but I also didn't think there was gonna be first round sweep. I mean, not sweeps, but first round exits. But this right here is probably the most competitive the NBA has been. Honestly, this might be the most competitive that the NBA has been since probably like 05, 06. Those Miami, Dallas, fucking New Jersey Nets, Spurs matchups. Like, this might be the most competitive that the NBA has been in well over 15 years, well over almost 20 years, to be honest. And actually, I like it. Pretty much every game that I turn on is like, it's fun. And it's not fun because the games are fun. It's fun because it's like all of these games have like postseason implications. Like, you might watch a Pacers Orlando matchup. It's like, oh shit, this might be important for the 6th seed, 7th seed. Orlando trying to get out the play-in. Philly, my team, like, we just holding on because we had a great record. We just holding on until Embiid came back. I was looking at the Sixers record. The Sixers are like 33-25, I think, right now, right? They just lost yesterday to the Bucks. Or yesterday from the time I'll be taping this to the Bucks. When y'all hear this tomorrow, that's probably like 2-3 days ago. The Sixers, right before Joel Embiid started getting hurt, they were 28-13. Since then, They are now 33-25 or 32-25. I'm just say 33-25, which means them niggas won 5 games. They went 5-12 since the time he out. Like they was the 3rd seed, tied for the 2nd seed, or half a game back behind the 2nd seed. Now they had the 5th seed falling. Thankfully, the Knicks have also had a little slide too, so they're kind of they're kind of right beside us as far as falling in position. But we still in the 5th. But we just hoping not to slip into that 6th seed. I mean, into that play-in. You know what I'm saying? And Embiid already got enough fucking issues with his knees. We don't need an extra game for us to potentially get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? But a 6th seed would be nice because we would be playing like, I think it's beneficial for the Sixers to get a lower seed, like 6th, 5th seed. You know what I'm saying? Because that way they can avoid Boston at least until the conference finals. If they get the 3rd seed, which where they were, that means they would play Boston again in the 2nd round. And for whatever reason, I know the reason, we cannot get past the 2nd fucking round. Like, you know what I'm saying? We either keep running into Boston, we keep getting hurt, or fucking Joel Embiid just throws a shitter. A fucking stinker. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think after this year, if nothing shake, if Embiid can't stay healthy for the playoffs, do you think that the move needs to
So Plug just asked me, do I think that the Sixers need to make a move if the Sixers don't make it past the 2nd round, or if they just or if he can't stay healthy? And the answer to that, I don't think that the Sixers need to. Well, no. Let me not say that. As far as him going anywhere, the answer is no. What will happen, because the Sixers have ample draft picks. Tobias Harris is coming off. Nicholas Batum is coming off, and Robert Covington is coming off the books. That frees up maybe $60 million. And granted, they have to pay Tyrese Maxey after this offseason because he's a bona fide star. He's an all-star. He's gonna get maxed out. But because this is right after his rookie contract, the max with him would probably be like high 30 million, maybe 40 million. Not nothing that's going to kill the team. But the thing about that is they did implement these new salary implement the new salary cap restrictions as far as the first apron and second apron. I think the Sixers are second apron this year, but they got a lot of contracts coming off the books. And with those contracts coming off the books, they're going to free up a lot of, like, Tyrese isn't going to take the full amount. Granted, I do think that they should probably bring Tobias Harris back, but just on a slightly reduced contract. And if he decide not to come back, then, signing trade options, it's letting them walk options, and we just get somebody who does similar duties to him, but just at a lower clip. I think Tobias Harris is like a great fit for the Sixers, what they need, but it just happened so that he was just severely overpaid for his production. And also, too, with Tobias Harris is always going to come the stain of we chose Tobias over Jimmy. You feel me? Like, it's always going to come to that. But what else? What was I about to say? With the other teams, I think I just saw something that Trae Young's supposed to be going out as far as with his thumbs. He got some shit where he's going to be out for a few weeks. In Atlanta, they was kind of like fighting for that last play-in spot, 11 seed, 10 seed, 9 seed type area. Like, without them. But the weird thing about the fucking Hawks is Trae Young is such a good player, but he's like one of those guys where the team might perform better with you not on the team, just because of, you do produce, but it's like you produce at your own vigor, if you will, if you know what I mean. Like, he will ice the team in service of his own stats. Like, he'll have a 30, 10, and 6 night, 4 threes, but he'll shoot 10 of 23. When he had the ball, it's like he wasn't really. Trae Young remind me of Rondo. And what I mean by that is, Rondo used to do this shit back in the day where, I know he's lauded as a great passer, but Rondo used to do this shit back in the day. He used to do what niggas did on 2K. He pounding the rock going into screen, re-screen, coming out the screen, re-screen, call a pin down, call a play, but he just staying at the top of the key. As soon as the ball get down to like 4 seconds, he dish it off to somebody, and then they had to make a quick decision, whether it be a shot or a quick line to the basket. And then he played with a lot of talented guys, so they have often get the bucket, and then it's like, oh, Rondo had 11 assists. Trae Young kind of do that, like, if it's not directly a freaking lob to Onyeka Okongwu or Jalen Johnson, it's like he'll dish it off to DeJounte. DeJounte just standing in the corner, and he'll make a quick decision and go shoot the bucket. You know what I'm saying? Trae Young just isn't the type of player that I enjoy watching. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I know he does some crazy things every here and there, but it's like James Harden in the late 2010s. It's just not appealing to me. But speaking of those two niggas, I saw something that the NBA. Hold on, wait, let me see. It was like the NBA Competitive Committee. Let me see. Let me pull it up. I saw something that was like the NBA Competitive Committee. I want to read it verbatim. Okay. The NBA's competition committee has officially begun reviewing whether the game has become too advantageous for offense and whether some changes need to be implemented to achieve better balance. And what that means is them niggas like, yo, this fucking scoring shit is crazy. Which it is, bro. Last year, the Kings and fucking Clippers had a 175 to 176 game. I was watching that bitch definitely thinking like, yo, this shit might go to 200 for real. Like, they was just not missing. And the fucking crazy part was, it was real good defense. Yeah, I swear to God, it was real good defense being played in that game. Every shot, I'm like, oh, great. I'm like, good D. And then it was just a bucket. That's the thing. These niggas it's like, with the defense that is allowed nowadays, without the fouling, you can play the best defense possible. But the thing is, you can't stop somebody from getting their shot up. You can only just block it. But these niggas, it's like you can't stop somebody from actually going up to take their shot. You have to allow them to go through their shooting motion, land, and do everything. And you can't touch them. You just have to like somehow, disrupt their vision or disrupt their or disrupt their hands to where you just made it hard to take the shot. But the problem is, these niggas is so good nowadays. These niggas is practicing with blindfolds on. These niggas is practicing. I don't know if you ever seen like Chris Brickley videos or the fucking what's his name? John Hanson, whatever, Drew Hanson, whatever the nigga name is. Videos online. These niggas are fucking practicing. They're running into him with pads. They got those long ass arm things where they just sticking them up in the air so they got to get the shot off, bro. No, defense has to be allowed to where, no, nigga. So I commented under that post. I was like, I feel like they should bring hand checking back, and they need to take away the touch foul. So what the touch foul is? The touch foul is that one foul where it happens every game. There's the ball handler coming up the court, and he's just going from one side of the court to the other side. And then the defender is on him like this, like with his chest out. And then they go, and they whistle it. Wait, what? What the fuck happened? And like, foul on number da-da-da-da-da. Wait, what? Nigga, I just did this. And their arms will be not on the player. Their arms will actually be to the side. And they call a foul. That's the touch foul. That game needs to be taken out. I mean, that foul needs to be taken out the game. The same way how they took the foul where, the take foul where a nigga might be headed on his way to go, to get a fast break, and they'll just foul him so he don't get the easy lay, and then they reset. How they took that out. Now, if you do that, it's a clear path, or they give you a technical free throw. They should do that with the touch foul. Eliminate it. Don't let it and it's up to the refs. It should be no penalties for it. It should just be let them play. Like, if you're not letting me, these are the best ball handlers of all time. Like, a lot of people, and I'm gonna get to this later. I don't have Kyrie Irving here. I just want to say this in preparation for what I got to say later. But a lot of people say, oh, well, the best ball handler is Kyrie Irving. He's got the best ball handler, Darius Garland. For the niggas who know, you know. For the niggas who don't know, you don't know. But you got so many great ball handlers now, bro. You can't just allow him to dribble unfettered. Like, he's going across you, bro. It's the reason why we be seeing so many crazy ankle breaks nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be able to have your hand on them. I can understand why they took it out in the early 2000s because, one, if you look in the early 2000s, there were probably 30 skilled niggas who really got buckets. Bro, nowadays, bro, Jaylen Brown, I know a lot of people like to talk shit about his left hand, but Jaylen Brown is probably the 28th best player in the league. He averaged like 20. This year his averages are lower because the team is more spread out and balanced, but he's like a career 25 a game guy. And he's the 28th best player in the league, probably. Let me give you another example. Julius Randle is probably the 36th best. Like, I don't have a list in my head right now. I'm just thinking like where I would put them. All right, let me give you an even better example than those two guys. Paul George, who the internet loves. You see niggas calling him the GOAT. Well, the young niggas, Kion and fucking Brandon Miller, calling him the GOAT. You always, I'll be seeing a whole bunch of clips about, you know, what when they just do like a breakdown on his game and they slow it down, they add the little smooth music and shit to it. Paul George might be like the 22nd best player in the league. He's not a top 10 guy. He's not a top 15 guy. He might be edging into the top 20 guy. But the point that I'm trying to make isn't, I'm not trying to debate where he is, where he is as far as his ranking. The point that I'm trying to make is you have guys these talented that are probably top 30 guys. They're not top 15. They took the hand check out in the early 2000s because, all right, bro, we can't continue having 75 to 74 games. Like, we need some offense. And I understand that. But now the offenses are so crazy. I saw a stat, and I looked it up on StatMuse. I saw something that was like the Golden State Warriors of 2017 or 2018 with KD, their offensive rating was like 111 or 112 points per game. I just did a quick look up on StatMuse earlier. That will literally rank the 28th best offense in the league today. And people always talk about, the 7 seconds or less Phoenix Suns with Steve Nash and Murray Stoudemire, which was a great offensive team. Mike D'Antoni revolutionized offense. I looked up their offensive ranking, which was like legendary, 113.9 points per game. That was their offensive rating. I then looked that up again. That will rank 26, I think, in the NBA today. Like down there with the Miami Heat and the Orlando Magic, who are two teams that I struggle to watch. So I'm saying this all to say the game has so much offense now to where it can afford to put the hand check back up. I feel like the best, like the sweet area was that 2014 to 2015, like era where like the points per game, like you would get still 120 point per game. I mean, you would still get a 120 point game, like 120 to 118, and that was very exciting, but that was a high scoring game. Nigga, I looked up, the Celtics are number one in offensive rating. Theirs is 122.2 a game. That's ridiculous. 120 point games back in like 2015, it was like, damn, that was a great game. That was a high scoring game. But it wasn't so much offense to where it was like you got numb to it. But the defense was still allowed. Now, granted, that was before they started, spacing everything. That was right before the Warriors, and they revolutionized again offense, and they start going with fucking. Actually, it wasn't even the Warriors, to be honest. It was really the Mike D'Antoni Rockets, because they just said, forget centers, we don't need them. Let's rock, and went 5 out pretty much. But the Hampton 5 had a little bit to do with it too. But the Rockets are really the unsung hero in it. But I feel like that was the sweet spot for offense and defense. Now, if you bring the hand check, you got niggas like, you're gonna really see how good Kyrie Irving handle is. Because for everybody saying like, oh yeah, he got the greatest of all time, was like AI was doing crazy things with his handle, and the niggas was allowed to like grab his jersey and put their hand on his hip. Isaiah Thomas, Tim Hardaway, they was allowed to do. They was doing all these things when niggas' hands was still on their hip. Rod Strickland, like niggas was still doing that shit. Niggas got a firm hold of your jersey though. You know what I'm saying? Respect to Kyrie Irving, but it's like, I don't doubt that he will still be able to break niggas down. That's the wizard. Like, he really like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And his anti-Semitism adds to his greatness too. Shout out him. But like the hand check, like I feel like that would really benefit the game. Take away those fucking take fouls. Like, let niggas body up and let defenders put their bodies on the offensive guys. Like, it's so much offense now. It's so much space and pace and fucking the highest, like some of the highest pace in like the last 30 years. Obviously, the revolutionization of the freaking 3-point line. Like, you should be allowed to freaking put some hand down. I feel like the game should be accommodated. You could bring the hand check back where it won't kill the offense. You know what I'm saying? And even if it does kill the offense, if the games get back to like 110, like where 110 is a lot of points, that's cool. Like, that's enough offense, bro. That shit is ridiculous. What else I got, man? Like, I just think that, you know, I'm not one of those guys, because a lot of people say, oh, the offense is killing the game. It's like, I don't think it's killing the game, but I ain't gonna lie. So you just get numb to it. And the problem about getting numb to it is at a certain point, niggas gonna put up, however, like, I feel like what's happening with the offense now is what Russell Westbrook did to triple-doubles. Like, remember when Russell Westbrook was just putting up a triple-double a day? Niggas like, yeah, it was only 15, 10, and 10. Like, I don't give a fuck. I remember when I was younger, if a nigga put up a 10, 10, and 10 game, it was like, oh, he was the player of the game. Now triple-doubles is like, yeah, he doing, but like, so what was his field goal percentage? Niggas start talking about field goal percentage. Russell Westbrook is a legend. Niggas start putting up triple-double so much that niggas start talking about efficiency. Like, niggas ain't never care about efficiency a day in the life. Bro, I'm from Philly, bro. Niggas grew up, Allen Iverson was their favorite player. So you knew we wasn't talking about it. I was a Kobe fan. Niggas wasn't talking about efficiency, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Russell Westbrook fucked the game up. You know what I'm saying? He might be the most influential player ever. Like, I ain't never hear a nigga talk about somebody VORP. Like, he was like, oh no, but what's his Raptor? Like, what? The fuck out of here, bro. Get off of Stat Muse. I hate you. Bro, I just want to talk about this too. I hate y'all stat niggas. It's some niggas who is just like stat niggas, and I know that's kind of crazy for me to say when I just went on a whole thing about offensive rating and 122 and that would rank number 26 and like I got all some nerd shit. But like that's like surface level stats outside. It's not surface level, because surface level is just points, steal, rebounds, assists. But that's not like too crazy. But I swear to God, because I be listening to Sports Pod, I heard Bill Simmons reference a nigga's game score. And in my head, I'm thinking like, what? How many he have? How many he scored? Was it 24? Game score is like some arbitrary weird ass stat that they calculate using like plus minus and fucking minutes per game, and I don't know, relativity to how much time was left on the clock. I'm telling you, bro, it's a weird, stupid stat, and they just make up a number and like, oh yeah, he had a good game. It's like you're like, when I was younger, I started becoming like a basketball nerd when I was like 11. Like, I watched the game before, but I watched the game before I was 11, but I really start getting into, like, I was watching NBA Game Time. Like, I really start getting into stats, rumor mills, cap space, salary cap, contracts, unrestricted free agents, restricted free agents, bird rights, signing trades. I started getting into all that shit when I was like 12. I remember when I was growing up, like, around that time, if you knew shit like that, it was like, damn, bro, you really know what you're talking about. Something happened in the late 2010s where everybody became like nerds, and like websites like StatMuse, Basketball Reference became more relevant, and niggas just start finding out everything, right? And so there was a time where this didn't happen to me, but those original crop of like basketball nerds wanted to just prove the newer guys who were starting to learn just as much stuff as them because of these websites. It just was so easy to find out. They start going deeper into the stats, right? So they start, oh, but what's his VORP? What's his EFG? What's his true shooting percentage? Where does he rank in relativity to this all-time great? It's like, so now I call them like super, like they are the nerds, right? And so something happened to where now there are all these super micro advanced stats that I'm gonna keep it a beam. Unless I'm solely specifically looking for one thing, I don't keep these shits off the check of my head. I just know about them. But like, if a nigga say something to me about a game score, and the same thing is happening with the NFL, with the fucking PFP, with the what's that shit called? The Pro Football Focus, the PFF, bro, that shit is starting to go crazy too. But like they're coming up like these, his game score, and it's like, if I don't know what the fuck it means, it's just a number to me. Like it don't mean nothing to me. It's like, so yeah, you don't know his game score, bro. Like he has only had truly 3 bad games. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? This nigga just dropped 30. Yeah, but it's true. But it's percentage, and when was the last time that he got that last bucket, and what was the distance of the time? Like, bro, I don't got time for all of that, bro. He scored a bucket in the last 2 minutes of the game, and it put him up. Did that mean he had a bad game? He probably did, but guess what? He came through. Simple. You know what I'm saying? I'm still on the side of watch the games. Like, I watch the games, and I'm not talking about, because also too, another thing happened too with these highlights on YouTube. Back in, like, it used to be just like 2-3 minute highlights. They put like the most crucial buckets of the first half, second half. Now they got like the 10-minute highlights where they just show every bucket that was made in the game. And the nigga watch them. I literally seen it, bro. I literally talked to a nigga one day like, yo, did you see that whatever game last night? And he was like, no, bro, I ain't watch that shit. Or no, I ain't catch it. Right? I'm like, oh no, bro, it was a good game. He's like, oh, I'm gonna watch it. And then 20 minutes later, he watched the fucking video. He came back, and then this nigga was trying to talk to me, somebody who actually watched the game. I saw the misses. I saw how niggas was getting the buckets. I didn't just see the top of the play where the nigga made one move and then shot it and made it. You see what I'm saying? Because one thing about basketball is the misses tell you just as much as the makes. Sometimes the misses might tell you more about the makes. The misses will tell you why the score is the score. You feel me? But no, like niggas, like it was just something that happened, like with this whole basketball boom, and fucking niggas. Like, I feel like nowadays it's easier to be. You could fake being a basketball fan, like you really can. Like you could like you could really talk. You could really just watch highlights and think that you know what you're talking about, and really debate with a nigga who really was watching the games and really saw everything. And just because you saw like, you know, a 10-minute clip on YouTube, you think that like you really like, no, bro, I really know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I think that's pretty much all I got on the NBA. I'm not gonna knock y'all niggas over the head with who do I think is coming out the East? Who do I think is coming out the West? Like, sometimes, like, you know what I'm saying, we just gotta watch the season as it goes on. You know what I'm saying? I might give y'all more of an update in a week or two about it. You know what I'm saying? Seeing how the league is shaping up. But I ain't gonna keep knocking y'all over the head with that. I seen that Kevin Durant threw some niggas out. Did you see this video, bro? He was about to throw some niggas out the game.
Oh no.
Cause they was like, they was like, yeah, you bitch, you fucking boy. And he just looked at him like he was walking up, and he just looked at him. He was like, who the fuck is you talking to? And the moment that nigga walked up, they was like, yeah, Kevin Durant, yeah, you're a buddy, yeah. And he was like, what the fuck you, like, what you just say to me? And then they're just like completely oblivious, like, bro, and they were Caucasian. Why I say it like that? Caucasian. They were Caucasian. I think I might start saying it like that. Caucasian. They were Caucasian. But no, they was wiggers. And they were actually wiggers. They look like honky tonk. Yeah, they look like honky tonky hillbilly bitches, like, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, they really look like that. But for work, I drive a truck. That's what I do all day. And currently my route is in like it's in Ben Salem in Philly, like right outside of Philly, white neighborhood. I say to my coworker all the time, white people just be living life with reckless abandon. Like, nothing can't happen to them. And I say this because I almost hit like a few white people over the course of last week, because like I'll be making, like, I work for an armored truck service. Like, so we do armed cash transport. Like, we gotta take the bread into the Jones, pick the bread up out the banks, right? So I gotta park directly in front of the door. I have a siren and a beeper on my truck. And it's a loud diesel truck, so you're gonna hear a diesel truck. If I pull up, these motherfuckers pop out of like pillars, like right behind the pillars, like just walk right in the middle of the street, and I gotta stop, like, yeah, what the fuck? These niggas live life like nothing gonna happen to them. I remember I'm driving and I'm driving behind this lady and she going across the parking lot. She never even turned her head to the truck. And I'm like, granted, it was right. She did have the right of way. And obviously she was in the lane. But it just blew my mind because I'm like, I don't give a fuck if it's a green light. I don't even give a fuck if it was a fence in between me and that truck. I'm going to turn my head to that truck and make sure this nigga don't run me over. How she know that I'm not just a crazy nigga and like, fuck this old lady and just kill her? Like, how she know? Like, you don't know that. You just live your life like nothing bad in the world can happen to you. Like, Bill Burr has a joke about this. He said, yo, you ever just have thoughts about doing horrendous things? Like, you'd be driving and then just one turn of the angle, you on the sidewalk running over 100 civilians. To all my drivers, you know the feeling. Because, you know what I'm saying, everybody had that in their head. Like, yo, what if I just run these 5 people over? We're like, what would my life look like if I just did this? Look. Like, cause that's all it takes. A fucking car or a truck is literally a battering ram, a supercharged battering ram. Like, how would my life change if I just said, like, for real? So, and I'm bringing this up just because those white people that did that with Kevin Durant, they thought that nothing bad could have happened to them after they said, yo, boy, yo, you bitch. At least when black people do it in the crowd, they be far off. Like, they be in the distance, like, yeah, you a pussy. You're not going to come all the way up there. Well, Russell Westbrook, like, that nigga was about to, nigga dumped some popcorn on him. That nigga was about to climb that shit. But yeah, like, at least when black people do it, they be in the distance. Like, they be up top they be in the fucking bleachers. Like, yo, Brian, you a bitch. You know what I'm saying? But these white people was in, and that nigga KD got long ass arms. What if he just said, what if he just did that? His arm long as shit. What if he just decided to smack a nigga? But Kevin Durant didn't do nothing. It's not that he didn't do nothing. He brought security. Like, what if like and you know what another thing that I thought? This Cam Newton shit got me thinking. Seeing Cam Newton do what he did while being jumped by like 5 niggas. This clip going viral, like these 2 clips going viral happen. These clips going viral at the same time happen for a reason. Because I just feel like the world goes in cycles. I just feel like life goes in circles. You know what I'm saying? Fans just lately been a little bit too, I don't want to say privileged. They've been doing too much. And I just feel like before another Malice in the Palace happens, a video like the Cam Newton video needs to happen. Because I say that to let you know, if you watch that video, you just saw how dominant that nigga looked. Even though he was being jumped and punched on by these little niggas, he looked like a man amongst boys. Like, he looked like Goliath. But listen, it wasn't no David with no slingshot. I tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Fuck. Even if it was a slingshot, that bitch better have a switch on it, nigga. We in 2024, because that one little ain't doing nothing. Cam Newton was literally ragdolling that nigga around. And listen, Cam Newton has not been active in the NFL for 3 years. And let me also tell you a thing. Cam Newton was a quarterback. Yes, he was one of the most physically impressive quarterbacks ever, but imagine a fucking linebacker. Imagine an edge rusher. Imagine Aaron Donald. Nigga, Aaron Donald will kill you. That nigga trained with knives. I see videos of this nigga chop, like karate chopping knives away, bro. So this could serve as a reminder. Like, these athletes will hurt you niggas. These niggas, bro, like, I don't know why us regular people, and I don't want to say us because I don't want to put myself in it with them, because I know that these niggas will fuck me up. Fuck me up and take my bitch. Throw Dolly. I know I just beat your nigga up, but hun, 5 bands, son. Come, you know what I mean? Come fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that I can find a thorough little shorty that say, no, I'm going to be with my man. But I don't know until it happen. Hopefully it never happened. No, but for real, like, bro, like, if these niggas just decide like, yo, what if we come across an NBA player or an athlete that just say, you know what, I don't really fuck with this football shit no more. Let a nigga try it. And like, what's some, bro? Do you think? Like, imagine. Remember the. Bro, I was just about to say that. Remember the week when Anthony, when AB decided like, yeah, I don't give a fuck about football no more. Imagine if a fan tried him that day. Nigga, we would have been what? Antonio Brown has been arrested for second degree homicide in Tampa Bay area right before NFL game. He announced his intention to retire right before. So, like, just imagine if we get a nigga that just like don't give a fuck and he just decide like, you know what, I'm gonna beat a nigga the fuck up. Then what? Now you got Ron Artest, but guess what? He don't suffer the consequences. He said, nigga, I was retiring anyway. What was the bull? Remember the Bills player that retired at halftime? Like 2 years. I think who was it? Vernon? No, who was it? No, it wasn't Von Miller. Von Miller still played. It was, I can't remember who it was, but he played for Buffalo. You don't watch football. Anyway, I forgot who it was, but he retired at halftime. I think it was an Oakland Raiders Buffalo Bill game, and at halftime he retired and went home. So just imagine if you was a fan and you was talking shit to him right before the game. He said, "Nigga, I'm about to retire, smack and fuck you up." Now you the dickhead that got smacked by Bull. I don't even remember that nigga name, but you forever etched in history as Bull who got smacked. Dickhead boy that got smacked. That's your name. DHBTS. Oh no, DHBTGS. Dickhead boy that got smacked. Like what? They could turn you into an abbreviation. Turn you to an acronym. Your nickname is ACK. You know what I'm saying? But no, like for real. Last thing that I want to touch on, I seen some shit recently about Bronny. And I fuck with Bronny. But I saw recently that his the team that he played for, USC, first of all, I just want to say they are severely underachieving. And it's not even it's not even Bronny though. Cause right before the season started, USC was supposed to be supposed to be a highly ranked team. They were supposed to have, I think his name is Jared Cannonier. He's supposed to be like a top draft, or was supposed to be like a top draft pick. Jared, so because like Bronny was obviously on the team, and he's the name because LeBron James' son, obviously anywhere he went, he was going to get attention. But they also had like, I think he was rated. He went to Sierra Canyon with Bronny, and he was high in the high school top 100 and shit. Ranked. He was highly ranked, and even I don't know if he got injured or if he just underperforming, but that team is ass. But Bronny is, he a role player on that team. He averaged 5 a game. Every once in a while, he'll have a play, and then all the sports pundit pages will post him like, "Oh, Bronny went off." He was All-American. Let's be honest, he shouldn't have been, but his name is LeBron James Jr. Obviously, he's going to be on the team. You know what I'm saying? And he'll have, and in the All-American game, he did go off. I think he had like 15 points. He was smacking threes. He was saying clutch threes. And then every once in a while at USC, he'll have a game where they're like, "Oh yeah, Bronny went off for 17 points. Yeah, a few threes." Or he'll have a block or some crazy pass. But he's just a role player on a not good D1 team, USC. So I saw something that was like, he got knocked out of the mock draft for the 2024 NBA draft, and he got knocked down to the 2025 draft. And LeBron went off. He was like, "Yo, let my kid be a kid. Like, y'all on some weird shit. Like, y'all niggas really like, yo, he gon' don't put no expectations on my son, yo." You know what I'm saying? Let him be a kid. Like, yo, that shit crazy. Like, y'all niggas don't even need that mock draft. Like, this is a lesson to all y'all kids. If you guys, want to achieve your dreams and all that cliche bullshit. And the only thing that I said to myself is, where is the self-awareness, LeBron? When Bronny was like 14, 15, you said, "Yo, I want to play with my son." You said that shit 6 years ago. You said, I'm going to play with my son no matter what. I'm going to play with my son. And then over the years, I remember it was one interview. It was kind of awkward because he was about to bring up like, yeah, I want to play with my son. And his wife was like, yeah, he's going to go, he's going to pursue his path. And she kind of hit that nigga with the elbow like, shut the fuck up. And he's going to go with the passion of yada, 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 yada. And then there was that weird thing that he was doing last year where he kept bigging up all the teams that could potentially draft Bronny. He started complimenting the Magic, I think. He started complimenting the fucking Thunder, GM. He started complimenting what they was doing over in Cleveland. And these were all teams that at that time were like, oh yeah, these teams could potentially pick up Bronny. Just dropping little breadcrumbs. And then the nigga just playing outside. Yeah, the nigga playing outside I think it was earlier this season. He was like, yo, I ain't gonna lie. Bronny could be a starter on my team right now. He better than mad at these niggas. I smack the shit out of LeBron. At a certain point, you gotta say, yo, I might get traded. I might get sent to the Shanghai Sharks. But you gotta just smack. I cook this. If I'm D'Angelo Russell, nigga, I cook this shit out your son, pussy. Hit him with that slow ass left hand. Step back. Nigga, stop playing me, bro. Austin Reeves, I'm Hillbilly Kobe is what they call me. Nigga, cook the shit out your son. He just blatantly said that. Like, yeah, my son better than mad at these niggas. And he looked off into the distance because he was in the locker room. He was talking to it. That's like me talking to the reporter right here. I'm like, yeah, my son better than mad at these niggas. And just look at nigga in his eyes. I'm looking at Jared Vanderbilt, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you put all this pressure on your son. And I'm not mad that you put pressure on your son. That's your son. But when others do it, rightfully so. Because now he's not a boy. He's a grown man. He's like, 18, 19 years old. And even if he was just a child, this is the same type of, microscope attention that non-famous athletes get when they in college. Like if a guy who isn't LeBron James' son goes to a school and underperforms when they expected him to perform a certain way, the magnifying glass might not be as as intense on him, but they are going to criticize. They're going to do something like take him off the mock draft of one year and put him on the next. You know what I'm saying? LeBron is just, I'm not gonna lie, LeBron James is just starting to earn my hatred again. I used to be a huge LeBron James head, like in those Cleveland pre-second stint Cleveland. Like I'm talking about the first stint in Cleveland, Miami days. Nigga, I just hated everything he did. And all that stemmed from because I was a Kobe fan and I didn't want to accept that he was better than Kobe at that time. So I was just like, no, he ass. All he do is complain. Oh, that nigga can't hit mid-range shots. That nigga fixed all that. Like at a certain point, he just got so good where I was like, nah, he got it. all those Golden State chips, I was rooting for Golden State, but the nigga was just so good. I was like, all right, he got it. Because everything I said about him was like no longer true. Niggas start smacking threes, niggas start hitting mid-range shots and shit. But this nigga starting to earn my fucking hatred now. Not for anything he do on the floor, just because this nigga is just a liar. Like he's just bro. He also said, I'm having a tough decision figuring out if I'm going to do the farewell tour or if I'm going to Tim Duncan it. I'm like, bro, you the same nigga that take pictures of books on page 1 because you want niggas to think that you smart. You want me to believe that you not going to do a farewell tour, bro? Like, please, tell me, nigga. Like, you be in movies. You got your own production company, bro. You are a star. Don't be ashamed that you are a star. I'm not shaming that you are a star, but don't try to lie to me. There's one thing that people don't like. People don't like being made fools of. People don't like when they think that niggas is playing in their face. And you clearly is just like, these niggas so dumb. Watch this. Watch this. I can tell these niggas anything. They gonna believe it. LeBron, we know you taking your farewell tour, whether it be in year 22 or year 36. Who knows? You're going to play for forever. I think he is going to play with his son. Honestly, this is what I think. I don't think Bronny is probably ever going to be good enough to play in the NBA on his own merit. But some team is going to want the LeBron farewell tour. So they're going to draft his son. And they're going to pick up his son, and then he's going to go to wherever team that is. And the year that he plays with his son, that's going to be the year that he retires. What's your dream team? For LeBron to go to, or for Bronny? No, it gotta be probably Cleveland. I'm gonna be honest. I can see back in Cleveland. Even though I saw some shit, the Lakers are actually like his second most, like the second longest team that he ever been with. You know what I'm saying? He been with the Lakers since 2018-19. So he going on 6, like if he there next year, he been with the Lakers 7 years. That's as long as his first stint in Cleveland when he got drafted. Like 7 years. So it might be the Lakers. Yeah, so it might be the Lakers. But I think Storybook should be as it started and ended the same way it started. And he'll probably just find a way to link up with Bronny. And Cleveland got a nice little squad, too. So if you add LeBron to that, maybe in year 26, where he's probably not as good as he is now, but if the nigga going to give you, let's say, 18, 5 and 5 off the bench, it's like, nigga, that's a 6-man at that point.
I can't even really see his numbers dropping at all.
Yeah. I don't, yeah, no.
He's still going to be able to give you a good 25.
No, he going
to
he just gonna retire before his body breaks down to the point where he can't produce that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit. His last season might just be like where he wants some 21, 6 and 6 type shit. He played 25 minutes or whatever. And then he'll just retire. Like, I don't think he'll ever let himself not average over 20 a game. And then that's also another record. That's also gonna be another record that he breaks. Oh, LeBron James is the only player who ever averaged 20 a game over the whole entire course of his playing career. Yeah. But yeah. But Kevin Durant not gonna play as long as LeBron though. Not as many seasons either, because Kevin Durant has missed like 1, 2, 3 full seasons, or almost 3 full seasons. He missed in 2015. When he broke his foot, he missed like 60 games. Obviously, when he tore his Achilles, he missed that next season. He missed damn near a season and a half. So,
he could have had the greatest career.
No. Kevin Durant could not have had the greatest career. You already eliminate yourself from that when you go to Golden State. Like, yeah, nah. I always said when Kevin Durant went there, I said, oh, well, wherever he was, as far as all-time greatness, that's probably where he'll remain. Like a top 15 guy. Because if you just think about the top 10 niggas, it's like they all have outstanding careers, but they all have been like the unquestioned leaders of their team that won a championship. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can say, oh, he was the best player on Golden State in those years. And I know this is kind of a revisionist history to say not really, but if you just look at the evidence from those years, it was clear that Steph was literally the spearhead, just because I remember in that last season he was there. In games that Kevin Durant played, they were 500, regular team. In games where Steph Curry played, where Kevin Durant didn't play, they were back to that 73-9 pace and shit. Like, they were just the same team. Even the finals where they lost to Toronto, it was like, even in the finals that they lost to Toronto, it was like before Clay was the injury that lost in that series. They were still one favorite to win that series without Clay, and freaking and Steph. In the game that Clay did play, they won that one, and then I think they won another one, and that was the one that Clay got hurt. And then when KD came back, they still won that game when he popped his Achilles. But it was when Clay got injured in like game 6. It was over for them niggas. You know what I'm saying? So they were still that team that would have won chips without him. And it's like, yeah, he might have won Finals MVP, but it's like, I hate when niggas say this, and I guess I'm starting to turn into one of these sports niggas, so I gotta say it. But the gravity of Steph Curry is just like undeniable, bro. Yeah, no, I hate saying that shit. I hate when niggas say that, but it's for real though, bro. It's like that nigga on the court, he gonna open up a lot of shit for you. And also too, this is further proven by if you just look at Jordan Poole this year. Jordan Poole might be the worst high high usage player in the league. Man, this nigga is. They put him on the bench. That nigga is ass. He don't know what the fuck to do. He's a gifted scorer and a bucket getter, but his IQ is just like terrible. And like he was a 20 point per game guy, 22, 23 point, 21, 22 point per game guy, you know, on the Warriors. It's like that nigga went to Washington. He thought he was going, oh, I'm a star. No, bro, you are what you because he's just a dumb player. That nigga's just a dumb player. Like he reminds me of the nigga who is at the court who think he Kyrie Irving. You ever just went and played pickup and you ever just went and played pickup at a court and then there's always one nigga who think they be double teaming this nigga. He think he Jamal Crawford out there, bitch. You sitting in the paint like you casting that with it, just standing in the paint. You just like this in the paint, and this nigga, he think he like that. That's who Jordan Poole remind me of. He remind me of that nigga that ran away who kind of nice, but he not nice enough to like carry a team, but he think he is, and he just fucking the whole little sit up. You know what I'm saying? But fuck Jordan Poole. But that what happened to the fate of Jordan Poole just remind me of like how it's proof like, yo, Kevin Durant benefited more than he benefited more from the Warrior system than he added to it. He did add a lot. The nigga 6'11". The nigga was basically Harrison Barnes supercharged. Like, that was really the role that he played. He played Harrison Barnes, but supercharged. Like, literally, I saw a collage. It was like the same shit that Harrison Barnes was doing. Like, Kevin Durant was in those same spots, same shots, all that. But he just did way more, though. He just, imagine if you get the fucking, the shots that Harrison Barnes is taking, but you also getting Klay Thompson-esque production as well, added on top of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he benefited, like I would say he benefited more from that system than he added to. Because the moment he was gone, they were still great. The moment Steph was out and KD was playing, they were good, but they was just regular good. They were outstanding good with Steph on the squad. And like I said, it's shown because Jordan Poole benefited heavy from that team. Now look at him. You know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much all I got with basketball right now. You know what I'm saying? It's post All-Star game. You know what I'm saying? Niggas starting to get back into it. This is like the final. This is like the race coming to an end. This is like the last 5-10 laps of like the NBA season. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I've been watching these games tightly. Fuck Boston. Like forever. I'm a Sixers fan, so fuck Boston. You know what I'm saying? Not the Patriots. I don't feel no type of way. I'm a Giants fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't care about them. You know what I'm saying? But we don't miss, boy. Everything that I said in this podcast, I didn't miss. Not one time. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all niggas probably gonna hate on what I got to say. And that's cool. Because you can hate me all you want. But at the end of the day, I'm a real nigga. And y'all some pussies. Say no. But you can hate me all you want.
You hate on a nigga. I don't understand why you hate on me, nigga.
We don't understand.
Show love, nigga. It don't show nothing. It don't cost nothing to show a nigga love.
All we doing
nigga.
is getting money.
Show a nigga some love, nigga.
Wabbly dabbly.
Niggas out here don't love me, nigga. You hate on nigga.
I'm about this piece, man. Stop hating on the nigga, pussy. Like, leave me alone.